Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and still laughing at Trump going all caps on Truth Social, posting,
"I get much better poll numbers against Biden than Nikki Haley, not even close."
It's Poll Trump, P-O-L-L. Poll number sounds like how many times Lauren swung around the brass rail during her morning shift at Lady Buns. Donald Trump underperformed in New Hampshire and then threatened Nikki Haley in a bizarre speech. For most of the evening, it was neck and neck, if that's what you want to call Trump's sloppy waddle that looks like someone lassoed him with one of his too long ties, but in the end, Trump pulled ahead enough to win the night. A tepid performance in New Hampshire often leads candidates to drop out of the race. Ron DeSantis bailed before New Hampshire, even though he acted as if he came in with a huge second place in Iowa. I'll be having a laugh getting into Nikki Haley's turnout, Elise Stefanik angling for a Trump VP pick, DeSantis dropping out, Marjorie Taylor Greene's wild statements on the night. By popular demand, there's a new genuine page from my special copy of Lauren Boebert's book and more, but first, this.
You know, there's an all-out war on family in this country. There's an all-out war on God and religious freedom in this country. There's certainly an all-out war on freedom of speech and First Amendment. You know, in this nation, you guys have seen that, and you've covered it probably every single day for the last, 3 years. People are sick and tired of the nonsense. People want our economy back. They want low gas prices again. They don't want World War III to break out all over the world. They want to be able to, worship God and speak freely and not be censored and not be deplatformed.
Shut up, you ridiculous baby. There's a war on God. Your dad literally had a Muslim ban. You know, I watched The Apprentice for years, and I enjoyed it. Eric, Don, and Ivanka made a lot of appearances on there. Didn't mention God or family once. The party against families are the science deniers burning books and protesting Disney while thinking it's normal to send their kids to school with Kevlar backpacks because of their freedoms. I don't want a World War III, but based on Trump's reckless track record and his international ignorance, I know that the bathroom full of top secret documents guy would be the one to fast track us towards that scenario. It is pouring MAGA tears. The week is off to a crazy start, and I appreciate you checking out my take on things. Laugh along with the great people in the comments while I mock the latest and stupid and more. In Concord, New Hampshire, they ring a cowbell every time a first-time voter votes, and you know I can't say that without you thinking of Christopher Walken. I'm sure once in a while it rings and they're like, false alarm, that wasn't a new voter. It was just the tag on Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I still can't believe she's happy to be in the running for a Trump VP pick after he tried to pimp her out to Kim Jong-un.
President Trump is the one that gave shock and awe to the whole world when he walked across the DMZ line, hand extended, shaking hands with Kim Jong-un, ending Little Rocket Man's reign. And
tiny hand. And yes, after that handshake, Kimmy grew his hair out, got some blue jeans, and let all live freely in peace. Nope, still a dictator. This shot with her Oompa Loompa-headed boyfriend is hilarious. Like, is she on her knees here? Honestly didn't realize she was so tiny until I saw this one of her with Trump, but the audio was distorted. Thankfully, though, because of my Soros technology, it's possible.
President Trump!
Margarine, taco, gristle. The socks stay on.
That is the rule.
They're horrible. Mortadella meat stumps. Who wants that?
so we can officially say the Biden-Harris campaign has dementia just like the president. They forgot to put him on the ballot and their voters are having to write it in. And he's losing. Joe Biden is losing the write-in here in New Hampshire.
There was never a moment that Joe Biden was losing, and at the time of making this video, he had 68% of the vote. 68%.
This is a true change for the Republican Party. It says that not only do we support President Trump, we support his policies. And any Republican that isn't willing to adapt these policies, we are completely eradicating from the party.
Conform or leave. You know you're in a cult when this is your mentality. And when Trump is gone, those window-licking voters will still be there, and his sore-covered orange baton will be passed on to another politician. These people aren't going anywhere. Trump's victory speech included curse words I won't say on the show, claimed a double-digit lead when he was only at 8%, and made some pretty bizarre drops like this.
These are very dishonest people, and you're always fighting them. And just a little note to Nikki. She's not going to win. She's not going to win. But if she did, she would be under investigation by those people in 15 minutes. And I could tell you 5 reasons why already. Not big reasons. a little stuff that she doesn't want to talk about, but she will be under investigation within minutes. And so would Ron have been, but he decided to get out.
Okay, a guy who is actually under legit investigations that he claims are shams is trying to plant seeds about Haley, says he has 5 things, but doesn't list one. I mean, we shouldn't be surprised, but what's really sad is that for all of Haley's critique of Trump, in the end, she will turn around and endorse him, even after saying this.
And when I watched her in the fancy dress that probably wasn't so fancy come up, I said, what's she doing? We won.
The guy who got conned by a fake model thinks he knows fashion. Last time I checked, Ivanka's foreign-made clothes were heavily marked down and dropped by every sane retailer.
They're falling all over themselves, saying this race is over. Well, I have news for all of them. New Hampshire is first in the nation. It is not the last in the nation. This race is far from over. There are dozens of states left to go.
It was only an 8% difference. That's not a landslide, so Nikki does have every right to stay in the fight, even if she could be under investigation, like whatever that means.
With Donald Trump, Republicans have lost almost every competitive election. We lost the Senate. We lost the House. We lost the White House. We lost in 2018. We lost in 2020. And we lost in 2022. The worst kept secret in politics is how badly the Democrats want to run against Donald Trump.
Trump's a loser. It's pretty funny that her fans are shouting out, Trump's a loser! But it's not just Trump. The entire right-wing brand is a loser. And although he has the lead, well, things can happen. I mean, it is the first state, or his health isn't all there. There are the lawsuits. But even considering all that, if he's the pick, she'll be backing him. According to CNN's exit poll, 64% of New Hampshire Republicans don't consider themselves part of the MAGA movement. 67% don't support a national abortion ban, and 47% of those polled said Trump would not be fit for the presidency should he be convicted of a crime. I have been getting some great comments about Brandon's Racing Stripes, Memphis Mafia, Candy Cane Barbershop Quartet outfit after Roger Stone put him on the best dressed list. Well, some thought he looked like Super Dave, and others thought it was like his announcer Mike Walden. I had a few very funny Ace Hardware and several NASCAR pit boss and F1 comments. The guy whose office you have to go in to finalize your purchase of a car. Seinfeld remake of the Florida Condo Association board elections. Aquafresh toothpaste. My ugly sweater model. Thanks again for being awesome. I try and read every comment here, as you know. Ron DeSantis threw in the soft and slimy towel, aborting his campaign to do a 180 and endorse the very man he spent over a year trashing. DeSantis launched his presidential bid on Twitter and ended it there. To be honest, his roll over and take it post on Elon's dumpsters shows a totally relaxed DeSantis. It's over. It's over. I've never seen him this happy and chill, but he still dished out a lot of nonsense, including signing off with a quote he attributed to Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill never said this quote, according to an analysis of 50 million words said by and about Churchill by the International Churchill Society. You would think he would have done a little research, but this is the pudding finger snot-nose who wanted to take on a state's biggest employer that we're talking about. Even though DeSantis is out, his promoted posts continue to show up on social media. I guess they paid for an advertising block, so it's quite funny to see these creeping up like ads for a pub that went out of business. If you haven't seen the white nationalists trying to figure out public transport, here's the master race at work. This is like the Far Side comic in real life. Look, if you find any of these clothes in your son's room, have a talk with them. These people are not freedom fighters. They're not patriots. They're disgusting. And maybe, just maybe, it's not too late to educate them and turn things around. Just at least try and break the cycle. Elise Stefanik is making a go to be Trump's VP pick, working day and night to rewrite her own history. Yesterday, Congresswoman Elise Stefanik made this statement. As I said from day one, Nancy Pelosi's sham January 6th committee was illegitimate and unconstitutional. It should come as a surprise to no one that Benny Thompson and Liz Cheney's fake committee illegally deleted records of their sham investigation and obstructed justice. Liz Cheney took to Twitter to post, One day she will have to explain how and why she morphed into a total crackpot. History and our children deserve to know. And then she included a link to the official statement posted by Elise Stefanik to her official website on January 6, 2021. This is truly a tragic day for America. I fully condemn the dangerous violence and destruction that occurred today at the United States Capitol. Americans have a constitutional right to protest and freedom of speech, but violence in any way or form is absolutely unacceptable and anti-American. The perpetrators of this un-American violence and destruction must be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. First off, here's Elise cowering for her life on January 6. The Select January 6 Committee final report is public information, and you can view all supporting materials, including court documents, select committee hearing videos, transcribed interviews and depositions, video exhibits, and web resources by the committee. It's all there. And well, Trump is cheering her on, even if he can't get her name right.
Do you see that, the three people? How good did Elise Stefanik do?
Nailed it. For those new to the show, I'm glad you found me. Thank you. For a year and a half, I've been reading genuine pages from my special copy of Lauren Boebert's book. This really is a ton of fun. I only do this once a week, and it's been pretty wild. Let's get back to it. Turns out, Little Caesars was closed, so it looked like we were going to have to drive somewhere to either sober up or keep the party going. Since I've decided to do politics, I think that I will put forward a law to make all pizza places open extra late. I find it absurd that this business thinks they have a right to stop serving slices at 11, and I'm going to be sure that my people have access to pizza without discriminations. It was then that my husband, Jason with a Y, suggested we grab a bite at Shooter's, our restaurant. I looked at my watch for a while because I had not worn the digital one and went with the old kind for the night out. I think it closed hours ago, I told him with some confidence, and then he dangled something in front of my face. It was small, soft, inches from my wide open mouth, and I recognized it immediately. The lucky rabbit's foot on the keychain for our business. I snatched it from his hand, and I admit it was weird, since I had a similar sized furry thing in my other hand. I was double fisting with animals, but one of them was alive. Jason wasted no time and pinned the gas while I assured Mountain Dew, "We are going to get you fed. We are going to the grill." I paused. I always do. A lot of people say hamsters don't talk, and to that negativity, I say no. Hamsters don't talk yet. What if hamsters have all the answers? What if they know how to fix the world and we have just not given them a fair chance? This is another thing that I will get into when I get into politics. And at that moment, I realized that I was about to tell Jason my plans. I wasn't sure how he was going to react, but he's usually up for making more money. I'm on board with the Polaroids he sells to Japan, so he should back my government plans. So I said, "You know how I like Trump?" "I love Trump," shouted Jason. He rolled down the window screaming, "MAGA, MAGA, MAGA," into the wind. Okay, well, when I was throwing that can at the homeless lady, I realized I have to help clean up America, and I think I could do some politics too. My man had not gone this quiet since the police came to our door about the fake smoke detectors he was selling on Facebook Marketplace, or when someone shows up to his No Questions Wood Shack off the 36 and starts asking questions. Silence. It was like a fairy tale. If you've enjoyed this genuine page from Low Rent Boozbird's book, let me know in the comments and I'll see about reading another page sometime soon. What Fox is doing to Mike and his company is woke cancel culture garbage. He's a hardworking patriot trying to promote goods product, and they are shutting him down. Well, guess what, Fox? You lost me months ago, and I'm a Newsmax girl now. MAGA Tears. Nothing you say will age will, little Tommy. MAGA Tears. When the Republicans regain the rightful presidency, that's it, the end of the corrupt Democrats. We will see to there never being another Dem in the White House again, and when everyone is prospering, you will see that we were right all along. MAGA Tears. I don't want a World War III, and based on Trump's reckless track record, I looked at my watch for a while, because I had not worn the digital one and went with the old kind for the night out. I'm sure once in a while it rings and they're like, "Oh, false alarm, that wasn't a new voter. Just the tag on Sarah Huckabee Sanders." And then he dangled something in front of my face. It was small, soft, inches from my wide open mouth, and I recognized it immediately. The lucky rabbit's foot. Ron DeSantis threw in the soft and slimy towel, aborting his... It's a Mike Lindell callback for those paying attention. My man had not gone this quiet since the police came to our door about the fake smoke detectors he was selling on Facebook Marketplace. Hamsters don't talk yet. What if hamsters... Thanks for watching. Please stick around and check out another one of my videos. Say hello in the comments. Find my stand-up on Spotify, streamed by millions, and add me on Facebook and Instagram. It all helps. Be cool, be kind, take care.